Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rekt Capital. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video update about 3 altcoins in particular: Polkadot, Chainlink, and Litecoin. Let's dive right into it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've recently surpassed 4,000 subscribers together. What a fantastic milestone that we achieved together. So let's keep the momentum going and let's dive into the video update today. Polkadot right over here, macro descending triangle, a typically bearish formation. With each bounce from this crucial base of the triangle, we've been seeing lesser, and lesser rallies. And in fact, we spoke about this support yielding potentially one more bounce, and we had that bounce towards the diagonal resistance, which actually got rejected in the form of a wick. So that's been a strong rejection. The buy support hasn't been that good. In fact, this is a gravestone bearish candlestick, which is potentially very bad, a very bad sign for Polkadot. So we're right now at this base support, and in fact we've wicked towards the downside for a additional liquidity boost, just to wick down to get a few more buy orders at lower price levels to generate some sort of buy pressure towards the upside. And it will be very important to see this candle close on the daily above this support, because that would probably mean we'd see another bounce from Polkadot. But the most important thing to bear in mind is that these rallies from here are getting weaker and weaker, which means that this is a support that is getting weaker and weaker. Of course, we see this sort of downward wicking price action past this support just to try and get a bit more buyers on the train here, but we might not see that translate into much on this occasion. So it's probably going to be the case that we'll break down from this support to validate this macro bearish triangle and reach lower levels, most likely the lower $3, perhaps even lower than that. But let's take it a day at a time. Let's see how we see price resolve itself from this point in time. Will we see a small bounce before breaking down, or will we break down altogether? Let's see what the confirmation will show us and take it from there. Chainlink is the next one. We have a multi-week downtrending resistance weighing down on price, and you can see that recently we had a rejection here, and most recently we're having a rejection here as well. So this downtrending resistance is weighing down on price, trying to get closer and closer towards a very strong technical area, which has a lot of confluence in the different technical indicators. But what I'm interested in is this technical area with many different confluence with the 200 exponential moving average, with the Bollinger Bands, is this technical area strong in practice as well? Because once we see price react to this region, we'll be able to get a better idea as to how strong this region really is when it comes to buyers. Because if it isn't strong, then we won't see a new trend emerge after breaking from this multi-week downtrending resistance, because after all, if we breach this diagonal over here, we'll see a new trend for Link, and that's something to bear in mind. So let's see how this price action will develop relative to this diagonal resistance and this supposedly strong technical area of buy support. And the last altcoin that we're going to be looking at today is Litecoin USD. Very briefly about the USD pairing, we're in a range. It's just consolidation. We've actually flicked up from the range low over here, rallied towards the range high, as you can see in last week's candle, rejecting from here, but still we're flicking up. So let's see how we're gonna cope with this resistance. Can it reclaim this level as a support? Because if it does, we'll be able to rally towards the multi-year diagonal resistance dating back to mid-December 2017, which is something you actually need to see. You have to see from Litecoin if we want to become a bit more bullish on it. But at the moment, macro consolidation for Litecoin. Let's see how it deals with the range low, or at least the range high. But let's dive into LitecoinBTC. This is a quarterly time frame, so each candle is a quarter, and essentially we've been seeing for the past few years a cyclicity in LitecoinBTC's price action like no other. It's been fantastic cyclicity, but we've recently broken down from the range low of this seemingly perpetual sideways range for Litecoin. We've recently broken down from it, and the quarter actually closed below it. So what LitecoinBTC needs to do now is try and reclaim this level as a support, because if it can't, we'll see a rejection from here to lower price levels, because we're running out of price to work with. We only have these wicks right over here, so it will be very dangerous for Litecoin to not be able to reclaim the support, because we'll see further downside to around this region, for instance. that's something that we need to be aware of. But if Litecoin can reclaim this level as a support, and better yet, actually quarterly close above this level, then we'll be back in a range, and the chance for continued cyclicity will be quite high. But having said that, that's about it for today's video update. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about the crypto money flow cycle and how money flows in the crypto space, while analyzing as well the 2020 crypto money flow cycle, something I spoke about in my newsletter. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss tomorrow's video about the money flow cycle, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Speak soon.